What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with a new review of Summer House Martha's Vineyard Season 1, Episode 3. The episode is titled House Divided. I was about to say the episode is titled House Divided, you guys. Neither here nor there. You guys, you would think that I've been either drinking or smoking something when I get on these cameras sometimes, but I don't. This is just me. But before we go ahead and get into this review, if you guys are watching this episode, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel, if you guys aren't subscribed yet, do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and also by sharing the video. And with that out of the way, you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and discuss Summer House Martha's Vineyard, shall we? So, you guys, this episode, we picked up where we left off with Amir stepping up to Phil's big tall ass, right? Dang it. We're not even a minute in, and oh God, I just thought about that. I ain't even a minute into this video and I already cussed. Oh my God. Is this video gonna be monetized? Oh no. Oh no. I did not mean to do that, but okay. We did it. We here. So yes, Amir stepped up to Phil's big behind, and I love it, right? I love the fact that Amir was not backing down to Phil. That's how you do it. Let him say it with your chest, nigga. Like, say it with your chest, right? So everyone is on the tip that Phil gotta go. Phil gotta go, right? And I'm right there with him, right? So Jordan, she went to go talk to Phil, and Jordan was really nice, sweet, and respectful to Phil, right? But Phil was like, girl, fuck you. And he just was completely disrespectful to Jordan. And I love the fact that Jordan's like, oh, fuck that. You ain't finna talk to me like that. I'll buck up at you the same way that Lemire bucked up at you. I'll buck up at you the same motherfucking way. I was like, oh, yes, Jordan. Although I think Jordan is very, I think she's very, what's the word I want to use? Superficial, right? I think she's a beautiful girl, right? I'm not taking that away from her. She's a very pretty girl, but yeah, I think Jordan is stuck on herself. I think she's stuck on herself and her looks, right? So Silas got everybody, and he was like, let's do a house meeting, right? So he wants everybody to basically get together and talk about how they feel about Phil, right? So he took a vote. By a show of hands, who all wants Phil to go? Everyone raised their hands, including me. Because my thing with Phil is, and somebody left it in the comments last week about Phil, maybe Phil did wipe his behind, but he just left the toilet paper in there, right? I doubt it. I sincerely doubt that Phil did that. I think that Phil was walking around with a shitty booty. Like, let's just keep it a buck. I think he was, right? But even still, like, that's nasty as hell to go into the restroom and take a dump and not flush the toilet. Let's just keep it real and be honest with each other. That is nasty as the fucking hell, right? So, once again, like I said, everybody voted for Phil to go. So, including his friend Bria. I was like, damn, even Bria voted for him to go? So Jordan, not Jordan, but Jasmine was like, well, whoever invited him here, you got to tell him he got to go. And so it's going to have to be Bria, right? So, actually, let's pause here and move forward, you guys. All right, you guys. So, after they voted for Phil to go, Bria felt away because she was like, well, if we're going to vote out my friend, and Mariah's still here, who put her hands on me, I don't want to be here, so I'm gonna go. I was like, okay, I get where she's coming from. I do. Like, you don't want to be in a house with somebody that's been physical with you, right? But also, I don't think that, like, Mariah just had the clothes and she just pushed them into her chest, so she wasn't like just pushing her, especially the way that Jordan pushed Jasmine in last week. She just pushed the bitch like that. I'm like, girl, she did not push that girl that hard. You just wanted to hit Jasmine. Like, that's how I feel personally, right? So they all said, okay, Mariah has to go. She got physical with her. So they made a rule that if anybody in the house gets physical with anyone else, then they'll have to go home. And I'm like, okay, that sounds like any typical reality show, like Bad Girls Club or Big Brother or anything else. Like, if you fight people in the house, you get expelled, right? You get sent home. So I'm cool with that, right? So Bria went to go tell Phil that he got to go, and Phil was pissed off at Bria and went off on Bria, saying that, you know, it's your fault that I did this because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. I was like, sir, run that back. So you gonna blame Bria because you a nasty motherfucker that went into somebody's bathroom and took a shit and then flushed the toilet. How do you blame that on Bria? It seems like, I mean, and even common sense would say, with the rooms are first come, first serve. You were not there first, so you don't have, like, you get whatever is left over when you get there. Like, Phil can go to hell, but he was pissed off, right? And he left, and I was like, thank God he's gone, right? So then we have Jasmine. So remember, Bria had to tell Phil he was leaving because that's her friend, and she invited him, right? So the same is going to be for Jasmine. Jasmine is Mariah's friend. She invited Mariah, so she's going to have to go talk to Mariah and tell Mariah that the group wants her gone, right? But she's a little bit uncomfortable with doing this. I'm like, girl, it ain't that. All you got to do is say, so Mariah, so everyone in the house feels like, you know, you should go home because you got physical with Bria. Easy peasy, right? But yeah. So Shanice. I've been looking at Shanice since last week's episode, and I looked at her in her interview with the curly hair. She looks like Ashley Darby when she had her curly hair on season 1 of Real Housewives of Potomac, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So, turns out that Shanice wants to sleep with Amir. I was like, oh, so you want to sleep with Amir, and so does Jordan. Although Jordan says she's celibate, I don't believe she's celibate. But hey, if she says that right, she is, right? So, Amir went up to the bathroom because he was going to take a shower, but Shanice was in the bathroom, and she was like, who is it? He said, it's Amir. She says, oh, come in. I was like, huh? Girl, what? Come in? So then she went outside of the bathroom and stood in front of him, topless, titties just hanging everywhere. I was like, girl, you ain't going to put on a bra? Like, oh, girl, secondhand embarrassment. Like, I get it that you want to sleep with him, but girl, don't just throw it at him. Just, I mean, make a nigga work for it. Make him work for it. But he is interested in Jordan. Girl, you just, hate to say it, but you looked a little thirsty. But let's pause here and let's move forward. We find out who is the person that put Milo's clothes in the washing machine. So that whole altercation that happened with Mariah and with that whole altercation that happened with Mariah and Bria was because of Amir. Oh, speaking of which, let's roll back to Jasmine talking to Mariah. So Mariah felt the way that everybody, you know, went along with what Bria said, right? And I actually do get where she's coming from. And she was crying and she was hurt. I do get it, right? But here's my thing. You didn't put your hands on Bria the way that Jordan, you know, demonstrated to Jasmine. But you did put your hands on the girl, right? And I don't think she wanted to fight her. But I mean, you did put your hands on her. So if that's a rule that they want to implement, I mean, it is what it is, right? And I do agree with her. They probably could have come to her and had a conversation with her, right? But, you know, they made the decision, so it is what it is, right? So we see them as they're getting ready to go have a field day, and Alex told Shanice previously that personal space, like, because the night before she had been touching him a lot, right? And he wanted her to have some personal space and some boundaries between them. And I'm fine with that, right? If you tell somebody that I would like you to stay out of my space to respect my personal space, I don't have an issue with that. But it appears that Miss Shanice had a little issue with that. I'm like, girl, he didn't say nothing negative to you. So I don't really know why you feeling some type of way. But girl, if you want to feel how you feel, go ahead and feel how you feel, right? So as they're getting ready to go out, we see the guys are in the car. So Amir tells it was Silas, it was Alex, and it was Nick and Amir. They were in the car together, right? And Amir is telling them that he saw Shanice's boobs. They talked about who Alex is attracted to. Yeah, as far as Alex and Nick are concerned, I almost shut the fuck up on both of them, right? So the field day, it looked like they had a really, really good time with the field day. So it ended in a tie, and I'm like, how the fuck did it end in a tie? Because I think it was team Nick or Alex or I know it was Jordan. Jordan was the team captain, and I think either Nick or Alex was the team captain, right? But Jordan's team was losing, but then they said it was a tie. I was like, where'd y'all get a fucking tie from? Because at one point, the red team had 3, and the blue team only had 2. And the last game they tied on, so it would have been 4-3. That's not a tie, but it is what it is, right? I couldn't be bothered to care, right? But they had a good time. We see him after that, Amir. He was shooting his shot with Jordan, and then we see Shanice. She wanted to question Alex about the personal space comment. And he was quiet at first, but I'm like, girl, if the man said personal space, that means that you done invaded his space. He's just saying, let's have a little bit of boundaries between us, right? But then we found out a little bit more about Miss Shanice. Shanice is a stalker. Because, you know, they were showing the things about her and her ex-boyfriend. And we got Jasmine and Bria in their interviews defending her. And I was like, if this man said that she stalked him and did all this stuff, and then she said some of the stuff I did, I was like, oh, so you did stalk this man. Run for the hills. Anybody that is interested in Shanice, run for the motherfucking hills, right? And then to end the episode, you guys, Jasmine and Silas. The only thing that I can say about Jasmine and Silas is controlling as fuck. I wasn't even listening to, like, you heard at one point in this episode, you hear him say baby, and they show how many times this man says baby. Then he was looking for her. It's like, oh my God, like Jesus the Christ. What the fuck is going on here? Like, Silas is controlling. And I don't know if Jasmine just wants to be somebody's wife or what, but girl, it just ain't that deep. Like, you don't see that this man is controlling as hell, girl. But you know what? If Jasmine likes it, I love it. And it ain't got nothing to do with me. But that's the episode, you guys. I want you guys to tell me if I missed anything. We can discuss it in the comment section. But let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your post notifications. Share the video. And until the next time, stay safe, you guys. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.